I'll do, bear with me. This is a short 2 minutes, then I'm out with Stephen vlogging. I'm sweating, it's warm, it's early morning. Couple of bits I missed off the video, which I always do. So firstly, at my establishment where I used to work, dealing with Cat A prisoners, when they leave their unit, residential unit, to go anywhere, they're strip searched, full strip search. So I've been working on visits runner for Cat A's, which means you go to the Cat A unit, you get the prisoners, you strip search them, take them to the Cat A visits, which is a small area. I think it was maximum 4 prisoners, more heavily staffed and cameraed than the normal visits in prison. So you get your Cat A prisoner. On the way through, there is a cubicle where you do the strip search. You sign for this to say it's been done. Cat A prisoner, this particular time, very difficult and challenging prisoner, one of them that's fighting against the system. We gets him down to his boxers and his socks, and he's just, that's it. He's not moving. So my mate says, you know the procedure. Mr. Smith don't do this. Mr. Jones don't do this. They're Cat A officers then. Yeah. So we're in a standoff now. Almost ends up in a restraint. In the end, this prisoner threw a paddy, chucks his boxers, chucks his socks. Yeah. Procedure is a full strip search. Everyone leaving both establishments I work was fully stripped and fully stripped on return. It's a horrible job. You try and do it with as much decency as you can. But one person or a couple of people not doing the job properly, procedures, cause problems for me and other staff that do it right. My second point, and then like I said, we're out with the boy vlogging, we had a multiple rapist. Yeah, come on to the healthcare. Didn't want him in the seg, potential Cat A. So he was on the healthcare. Yeah. Horrible creature. He was nasty, slimy, horrible sort of person you want to punch in the face lots of times. We had him for about 5 days. He was horrible. Put him on and unlocked me. He didn't come out with the other prisoners. He basically stayed behind his door because he was a slimy, horrible get. The way he talked to the nurses, and that was disgusting. However, he wasn't made Cat A, and let me tell you why. Multiple rapists, 6, 7, 8, 9 rapes on young children. In the end, he wasn't made Cat A because he weren't deemed high risk to the public or the police or national security, because they were family members he'd raped. Yeah, sickened me. If they'd have been random members of the public, kids, yeah, we didn't know, he'd have been a Cat A. Because they were his own family members, he wasn't deemed a high risk to the public. Into the vlog. Beautiful, beautiful morning. I'm working all weekend, guys. Take this opportunity just to get him out before it gets really warm. So Khalife, why was he not a Cat A prisoner? Popular question last night. So hopefully I'm going to explain today, because we talk about Cat A's and Cat B, categories in general a lot. So what is a Cat A prisoner in English and Welsh jails? A Cat A prisoner is someone who pose a high risk to the public, the police or national security if they were to escape. Escape should be impossible, that's what it says. Escape should be impossible. They are designated Cat A's. The Home Office, police, counter-terrorism, if they're known to probation, they can have an input. Multiple agencies, the government, etc., can be involved in designating someone Cat A. Khalife was a Cat B. So what's a Cat B? What's the difference? Category B, they don't pose as big a risk to the public. They don't need those super secure conditions. And I can't believe the wording. And escape should be made difficult. Yeah. Now, in most cases, I won't be laughing. I've worked in 2 Cat B jails. Yeah, Cat B locals. A Cat B local, you'll hear different terms for Cat B prisons. Cat B trainer prison is exactly that. They will do courses and train people. A Cat B local is just a prison that provides places for court. People will be there on remand. They will go to court, come back from court, and when they're sentenced, they will move on elsewhere, possibly. So, Category A high security jails in this country. Belmarsh, obviously known for housing people terror, convicted of terror. You've got your Long Lartins, your Whitemoors, your Full Suttons, Wakefield, Monster Mansion, so called because of the nature of offence of a lot of them people. Offence comes into the Category A status as well. Offence, sentence, crime, and also the risk of violence. That comes into it. Violent tendencies. Now, there is people who've been high profile and made Cat A, so they don't fit the normal criteria. You know, you might get a child murderer, somebody who's taken a child, murdered them, abused them, or whatever. They will be designated Cat A. You want them people kept in the highest secure conditions. You want, or the government wants, people to know that there's no risk of them ever getting out, even though the threat is not the same. So how do they get threat in prison? So Strangeways, where I worked, was a Cat B local, but it was in the high security estate because we had a Cat A unit. So Cat B prisoners in Strangeways were subjected to more procedures and more searching than a normal jail, a normal Cat B jail, because we had a Cat A unit. How does it operate different? In normal dispersal jails, the long-term prisoners, yeah, you will get some Cat A's, you will get some Cat B's. If a Category A prisoner was going from a dispersal jail, say Belmarsh, to hospital on a hospital escort, yeah, there might be police involved. Police escorting that prisoner to the hospital. Police, armed police, actually in that hospital. If a Cat B prisoner was going from Belmarsh to hospital, there is a security check, a security risk. That might be a 2 or 3 officer escort with no police involvement. They travel around the country different, Cat A prisoners. A normal prison van, you'll all have seen them going up and down the motorways, sweat boxes, just look like a normal van, little black windows. Cat B and lower they're carrying. The Cat A vans, the ballistics, are like normal prison vans on steroid. They look like they're armoured, yeah, heavy and built for purpose. No one is escaping for one. Although, again, never say never. Never say never. There is prisoners who, yeah, were on the verge of escaping when the police have turned up. Not good. So, within the Cat A's, you might have heard people say, I was double Cat A'd or triple Cat A'd. You have Cat A prisoners, you have high risk Cat A prisoners, and then there used to be extreme risk Cat A prisoners. All similar, 3 different levels category, all kept in the same prisons, on the same units, but maybe subject to extra procedures, extra searching, extra security. And that includes police, armed escorts. I hope this is making sense. So Khalife, he was Cat B. It is a beautiful day, guys. Khalife was Cat B. Should be made difficult to escape. I've told you, when I was at both my establishments, no one was getting out from there. How we doing, mate? Good, good. Hey? Definitely. Take it easy, mate. I didn't realise you were going to be up here. Yeah. Take it easy, mate. Infamy, guys. Yeah. He wasn't designated a high risk to the public. There's not a lot I can say, really. I hope that explains the Cat A and Cat B situation, why he wasn't deemed a Cat A prisoner. Maybe you think everyone who has anything or may be suspected of terror should be Cat A. There's a cost as well. I didn't mention that, did I? And that is quite important in a lot of cases. Cat B prisoner, normal prisoner, somewhere between 40 and 50 grand a year to keep them locked up. Cat A used to be 250 grand, more security, higher staffing levels. You know, you look at moving them around the country, it is extremely expensive, costly, dangerous, risky, police involvement and the like. Yeah, there's a cost to it. So I'm just going to leave it there. Hope that explains everything. Morning, mate. Hope that explains everything. I'm going to post a controversial video on Monday. I don't think it's controversial. I'm going to tell you exactly what I think happened with Khalife, and then we'll wait and see what happens when the investigation happens. So, wishing you all the best weekend possible. Like I say, I'm working all weekend. Thanks for your continued support. I will try and answer most of the comments. You know, I asked for questions. People asked why he wasn't Cat Aid. I hope I have explained that. So, God bless you all. Thanks for coming. Al City.